NANI?!
Oh, hello friend. More new stuff from Bolt Action. The Japanese refresh due this January. We're going to go over everything currently, very similar to the other releases in the form of the 30-man box, the 1-man army, the 2 army sets, plus an assortment of vehicles. First and most importantly, the army book. Japan is joining the club of no longer having to use the core rulebook format. Rather curious what new tricks are planned? Coming in at $40. Released January. As in usual fashion, a book figure. Hiro Onoda, most famously known as the guy who didn't surrender for decades. Interesting story, though most of the videos on him gloss over details in lieu of cranking out slop tent, viewers beware. As for the figure, it doesn't say whether it's resin or metal. Traditionally, they've been metal, the newer resin. My favorite boxes, the 30-man infantry set. $59. For some reason, Warlord vainly attempts to hide the sprue pics for several weeks after new stuff announcements, but leakers can leak. There is a crude prototype pic. First thing I notice is how Warlord has this Easter egg of using similar poses to the older kit. Thankfully they're less squatty and obtuse, a bit more springy and lively. Plenty of rifles with bayonets for a charging force. Carrying and firing, 2 light machine guns, 2 different sword arms with a sheath, 2 small mortars. Used to be able to take these in squads as grenadiers, so it looks like that may still be in play. Plenty of other kit bits. The neatest one is the foliage for the shoulders and the head concealment, with a wide variety of heads. Still have the flag pole, so the old paper banners won't be going anywhere. They're including the spider traps in plastic. Beforehand they were a separate small and mostly unknown resin bits. Looking at the models, we see the new HOT, plastic medium machine gun. But nothing stopped you from producing these from any of the other older kits either. Ideally, they would just make a heavy weapon sprue with medium machine guns, mortars, heavy machine guns, and it seems to be more of a compromise of balance out their sprue production budgets. The painted models do look good, showing a variety of colors and uniforms, showcasing the foliage cloaks well. The real meat and potatoes, Japan's full army box at $166. Unique to most others as there are no weapon support teams. Support is all HE. 42 infantry, which is a fantastic amount. In the older boxes it was usually around 30-36. 1 medium howitzer, MDF base, which is nice not only because traditionally artillery was bring your own base, but the metal don't necessarily jive well with plastics, and this is doubly true for the Conflict 47 walkers. They're rather heavy, roughly about 6 to 8 ounces, and the superglue won't hold them to a plastic base. The MDF really helps you pin in bases for stability. And it works well in the field guns too. I drill a bit into the wheels and the tails of the carriage and use a bit of brass wiring to plug them in and out. Alternatively, there is that larger lift base the baby Warhammer Knights use, and I have a pack on one of those. 2 tanks, Chiha and Ho-Ro. The Chiha is plastic, can be built with a short support gun too. The only odd thing about the kit is you have to glue the riveted armor on, which can lead to some gapping. The Ro is the usual resin frame with metal guns and bits. 3 vehicles from 48 to 54. Basic truck, armored car, and flak truck. They're all metal and resin. There are the usual bundles, 2 boxes of Japanese infantry for $110. Don't buy this. Wait a few months. Average 30-man box from third party sits around $45. Some places for countries that really don't get played too much like Italy at $30. And the only nation people play less than Italy is, well, Japan. For the Emperor bundle, $295. I don't hate it, it's just meh. A lot more guys than you will ever need, unless you're doing 2 different themes like a jungle fighter and a naval invading force. I would be more comfortable around $250, and even then, if you're a rabid Jap player, maybe you can wheel and deal it to lower than that at a local game shop. One of the 2 army sets makes a return. Island Assault for $152. US Marines who are due for a new update too versus the new Japan models. Compared to the old versions, they jip you out of infantry, only 12 on each side. Used to be 18 to 24 in the older sets. You do get the dice bag, game mat, order dice, pocket rulebook, and this really nice looking terrain. And you know Warlord was tempted to put the old farmhouse in this till some brave heroes stop their madness. I'm rather mixed on two armies set these days. They were okayish before Warlord copy-pasted the intro set style from GW, a more economical way of trying the game. For the price, you'd be better off with a one-army set, which would logically have to buy anyway if you decided to main the game. The only advantage of the two army sets now is having the pocket rulebook. I feel these sets are really good thematic demos for stores trying to get people interested more than a starter. And in the end, it really depends on what deals are available from third parties to snag everything. There is some random winter Brit stuff coming out, field guns and heavy mortars. 2 packs with a plastic sprue for an officer, a bit pricey for what they are, but I don't hate the 2 packs with a plastic sprue, as resellers usually sell single sprues at about $15 a piece. Lastly, the mini of the month, Klaus von Stauffenberg. In North Africa, before his injuries, or that time he tried to blow up a very naughty mustached man. Only available for the month of November. For the Allies, prior main characters from the SAS are back. For this month only, get them as a 3-pack or solo figures to complete the collection. That's mostly it for right now. I'm still working on my production for the very late Halloween minis. Then I gotta finish up the US Rangers that I've had on my desk for over a year now. Hopefully we can increase output in this upcoming month.